Welcome to my channel and enjoy this video.
And informs her about his size, which is extra, extra, extra large. He immediately hugs Sumi, who tells him to get lost and stay away from her. On the contrary, Crystal Smart is going with Gun, and he asks her if she also thinks that she has spent too much time with the heir of the H group. She tells him that she was with him just for work purposes, and she is upset because she knows Daniel is searching for her. She doesn't understand why her dad is telling her to keep an eye on him. While passing outside the convenience store, she is surprised to see something she believes is impossible. Gun asks her what has happened to her suddenly. She tells him that there is nothing wrong and tells him to keep going. He sees the back of Daniel fat and gets shocked to think about how they can be together. She wonders if her assumption about his two bodies was wrong, and she doesn't understand how her guess could be wrong. She thinks that there is a chance that she is wrong, and now Daniel thinks that she has gone mad. She is not sure if they are two different people. The real story is that the person who helped Daniel Smart is Duke. Duke asks him if he is okay in return. Daniel also asks him about his audition because he was going for an audition. He informs him that he failed in the auditions. Crystal goes to him the next day, and when asked, she tells him that she was joking with him. He is surprised to hear that it was a joke, and she tells him that she meant that he needs two bodies because he is too busy. She guessed that she must have looked serious, but in actuality, she was in doubt and realized that she should have gotten out and checked. Daniel Smart feels relieved to know that it was a joke on crazy timing, and he thanks God. Crystal Smart calls Kuji, and he asks her why she is calling him. She tells him that she needs his help. At night, in the city, a worker sees a living cat who was found tied up and stuffed in a garbage bag. The news of it was also published in the Kookman News article. Daniel Fat is jogging with his dog Anu. While jogging, he remembers what DG told him to unite the Big Four crew, because, after that, he will talk to him. He starts thinking about the meaning of talking about the Big Four crew, because he doesn't even know what it means. He thinks that the name is so childish and DG is not joking, and he stops at a point while he is thinking about the reason for him just to tell him what he knows about him. He wants to ask him directly, but he gets no chance of meeting him. His dog stops at her specific spot and starts peeing. An old man starts shouting at him to stop right there, and he wonders if it is a Marine. The dog is peeing on the cat's food, and he immediately starts apologizing to him. The old man is trembling with anger because he believes that a lot of cats are starving and perishing at that moment of the night. He thinks he is getting extra aggressive when he sees people putting food for the cats. He starts thinking about what the efforts are called and wonders if it is called the Kanmam. He starts running after Daniel Fat and his dog. He thinks that the old man is actually into something. He thinks that the old man looks like he is a good person. Daniel Fat tells his dog to run fast, and the old man looks at the dog carefully. The scene changes, and in school, Daniel asks Jace about the Big Four crew. He asks him if he is aware of the Big Four crews, but he doesn't understand the reason for him asking about it from him all of a sudden. As he is in the architecture department, he tells him that he just thought that he would have some idea about that. He gets angry and asks Daniel if he thinks he is working in some sort of gangster office. Daniel immediately apologizes, and Jace starts explaining to him about the 4 regions of the 4 big crew. He asks Daniel if he is aware of that and starts explaining to him that from the Han River, they are divided into the north, south, east, and west. They are located in the central, so they are not in their territory. He heard that someone was behind the Big Four crew's creation, but he thought that it was just a rumor. In addition to that, he heard that there was also a rumor that each crew member had an illegal business operation. There is West River's big deal, and it seems like the major business is an illegal betting ring. The head, whose name is Kim Yan Kim, was locked at a juvenile detention center. The other one is the North River's god dog, and the name of it has been changed. It is because one day, some real hothead became the head and then changed the name of it. The next one is the East River Hotel, which is in the middle of the major makeover. They are considered as the worst of the worst criminals. The last one is the South River's workers, who are also known as tremendous. It is heard that they are beyond a teenage level. Anyone can look at them more as an enterprise than a crew. Daniel is shocked to hear that they each earn money in the same way, but their business has a different appearance and development. The problematic thing is that they work like a business, so it is difficult to find them. Ordinary people are not aware of it, so only groups like them know it. Daniel is shocked to hear this and asks him if the Burn Knuckles are the same and if they are the fourth bug crew. Jace asks him what he wants to say because they are the only people who are gathered because of Vasco. They all like Vasco. He thinks that he is amazing because there are a lot of his followers. The Burn Knuckles member believes that without him, they would have joined the Big Four crew. One of the members was scouted, while the other thought that he was lost at that time. He lived without any friends and wondered how it was possible. They tell him that he is a freshman and ask the reason for him being always present with sophomores. He asks Vasco if he can also be like him. Jace is surprised to see this and wonders which place he would go after speaking of Vasco. Vasco leaves them for some time because he says that he has to make $10,000. While leaving, he instructs them to brush their teeth before going to bed. They are surprised to hear it, and smart Daniel is running with his dog Inu. He realizes that he couldn't have imagined being part of the Big Four crew in Korea. Suddenly, he sees his dog start messing with another one. He wonders if a dog fight is about to start. He starts stopping both of them from fighting, and then he sees another boy who happens to come there. They both leash their dogs and start apologizing to each other because both of them think that they should have tied their dogs. Johan asks Daniel Smart if he always works like it daily. He agrees and tells him that he works out daily, but only he knows that he doesn't work in his smart body. Johan told him earlier that he came from no one to get his hair cut. He asks him if he came to a famous salon there because he sees his hair, which is somehow messy. Daniel asks him if he is talking about the North River, which is the home of God's dog. He asks him if he is aware of the God dog, and he tells him that if a person belongs there, he would be aware of that. He has also heard about them before that they are twisted, and in addition to that, it is a den of criminals. He asks him if he is also aware of anything related to them. Johan asks him if he would like to do a race with him. After doing the race, they both lay on the ground because they were extremely tired. Daniel lost to him, whereas Johan realizes that he looks like he is faster than Zach and wonders if he is an athlete because he is about to lose to him. He says that he is going to cancel his plan. Daniel can't understand what he means, so he questions him. Johan tells him that he meant nothing. He asks for the name of his dog. Daniel tells him that his dog's name is Inu and asks him about his dog's name. He informs him that his dog's name is Eden. He asks him about his family. Daniel Smart informs him that there are just 2 family members, and his mom, Johan, tells him that he only has a dog, which is family to him. He asks him if they should return to the dogs because they might be hungry. As they reached back, they saw the leashes were opened, and the dogs were not present there. Daniel notices that the leashes are not scratched, which means that someone has loosened them. They both get extremely worried and decide to find their dogs. They go into the city and ask a sweeper about 2 dogs. The sweeper tells him that these days, a lot of pets are getting missed, and it looks like someone is taking those pets. Daniel is shocked to hear it and questions him about what he means and what the reason for someone taking the pets with them would be. The sweeper thinks that it is not the actual problem because the real problem is that the missing pets are found later on in the garbage. He tells them that in the morning, he found a cat in the garbage, and he almost passed out after looking at it. There were 3 kittens. When he opened the garbage bag, it was a good thing that they were not dead, but he was very shocked. He thinks that those were poor little pets as they were very close to dying. Daniel Smart gets a lot of worried about imagining his Inu. In front of the ghost catcher warrior house, the old man kicks the cat food and orders the Kanmom to stop right there. He asks why they left the cat food in front of other people's houses. He has a problem because the cats always gather there and cry and also go to the bathroom there. He blames them that because of them, there are more cats around, and they clear him that it is not their fault. They try to clear him that the actual reason is that more people have pets and more people are abandoning them. So if they did not come there, the number of street cats would not be lessened. They would start living in the garbage, which would be unsanitary and worse for everyone. He tries to smack him because he doesn't like what they are trying to teach him. Both of them start running, and he runs after them because he doesn't understand how they can talk back to adults in that way. While he is trying to swing his stick, suddenly, he feels some kind of pain in his shoulder. He realizes that his body has changed and grown old, so he has to take care of it. Daniel looks at him and wonders if the old man is like that and if he turns into a different person after reaching home. He tells Inu that they should go to run at Han River, and he wonders if there will be food. In a newspaper, there is a missing report of a dog who is a shite-furred with pink-dyed ears. A girl gives the newspaper to Daniel and asks him if he has also lost his dog. He agrees and questions her if she has any idea of his lost dog or has seen it anywhere. She refuses, and he tells her to find the dog together and asks her when she lost her dog. She informs him that she lost the dog 3 weeks ago, and she is sure that someone has stolen her because she was not able to move well. Daniel asks her if the dog has some kind of injury, and she tells him that her dog Myro was expecting. On the other hand, Myro is lying sick while her puppies are sucking her milk. Myro sees a lot of other pets right in front of her eyes. All of them are in a very bad state. Inu and Eden are also there. Someone asks them if they are lonely and tells them to live with him. She asks them if they can deceive her and suggests they not leave her alone. She picks Myro up by her tail and wonders why all the pets try to leave her, though she put in so much effort in bringing them there. She put Myro in the garbage bag and tied it up. She told her puppies that their mom didn't want to live there as she didn't like the place, but they didn't have to worry. She brought their new friends over there so they didn't get bored alone. Inu and Eden started barking at her. She stopped them and informed both of them that she did it totally for them, so they should stop barking at her. The dogs are still barking, and she gets angry and shouts at them so they listen and stop her. She raises her stick to beat them up, and Johan asks people about his dog. He describes the appearance of his dog and gives his number to the man he is meeting. He turns his face around and asks if he said there are many cat moms near the park. The man agrees, so he decides to ask them about his dog. He sees him running towards the park, and they both reach it. 3 of the cat moms are sitting there, and they inform them that someone took their dogs by taking off their leashes. Daniel asks them if they have seen those dogs around, but they deny as they have not seen them. The boy asks the girl if it could be the bag general man, and they ask him who the bag general man is. The boy informs them that there is a strange man who is an old Marine. The girl saw that same man carrying around the bag, and she saw that man while throwing the garbage. He was holding a bag while snooping around. She noticed that the bag was in motion. It seemed like something inside was moving. Daniel was shocked to hear it when he turned around and saw Johan, who was looking worried. He asks Johan what is wrong with him and tells him that some time ago, he just happened to meet that same old man. He was the same old man in the Marine uniform, and he was also carrying a bag in his hand. Daniel tells him that he has seen that old guy's house, and he asks him about the address of his house. He informs him that he is not sure because he just happened to pass by. A lady sitting there listens to them and offers to take both of them to his house, but she tells them that he will not go inside. Johan requests that she show them his house. She takes them to a house at the top of the ghost catcher. She tells them that her business is done here, and she takes them to the house of the old guy, but she is not going to go inside. Johan and Daniel both went inside. As they were going upstairs, they put their hand on their noses because of the strong smell. The hall stinks so bad that they don't understand what the smell is. They wonder if the smell is rotting. They don't know if it could be something really bad, but Daniel wishes and prays to God to protect his Inu. They see the door is closed, and he sees that the front door inside is open. He asks Johan to see if there is some kind of bell present there. Johan opens the steel door easily, and Daniel is shocked to see him opening the door with that much ease. He doesn't understand what he did to open the steel door. They open the door, and a strong smell starts coming. They wonder if something is rotten and don't understand the cause of that much dirtiness. They see a door in front of their eyes. Behind it, they hear the sound of the dogs. Johan slides the door and opens it. They are shocked to see it, but suddenly, the old man comes and calls them. As they turn their head, they are the old man who is about to attack them. Daniel and Johan come to see their dog. They both are shocked to see that Inu is not here. Suddenly, an older man comes there to stop them. Johan grabs him by his neck and asks him where Eden is. The old man starts coughing. He again angrily asks him where their dogs are. Suddenly, they see that there is an old lady who is running away with the dogs. Daniel knows that lady. Meanwhile, the older man tells them he found them in the bags and tried to help them. The real culprit is the old lady from 202. Daniel knows she is the cat's mom who gave them the directions. On the other side, an old lady is happy she finally gets the pets again in her arms. Earlier, the old lady sat on the road and fed the cat she called Tail. The bag general comes near her and asks why she calls her Tail. She replies that it is because its tail was cut off. She also tells him that he is going to adopt this cat. Later, she takes her to home. She tells her to say hello to her friends. The home is full of dogs and cats. Her smile is evil. She says she is going to look after all of them. Lonely guys. She also says that she is going to bring them all. She tells Tails that don't leave her, too. After some time, the older man checks the garbage bags as they smell. He says he will find the culprit who didn't separate their garbage today. Suddenly, he is shocked to see that the cat is injured. After that, he comes to 202 house. He knocks on the door and says the hallway stinks, so opens the door. He angrily asks him why she brings the pets home when she keeps throwing them away. On the other hand, the lady is frightened and replies that it doesn't bother her. She paid the rent. This is their home, so he can't kick her out. Meanwhile, some of the pets are dead in the room. After some time, he comes back and collects the bags. He says he will take care of these poor things now. The next day, the sanitation worker is holding the tail. The old lady is shocked to see him with the cat. She thinks about how she can be still alive. She thinks if she had known, she would not have tossed it. She says this is her cat, and she will take it back. After that, she came to the sanitation worker's residence. She started calling the tail, but the door was locked. After some time, she came to the street. She sat near the cat food and said she must care for the poor animals. Suddenly, someone came there and threw a rod at her. The man angrily tells her to get out of that room. The lady ran away. The fat Daniel throws the rod was running with his dog Inu. On the other hand, the sanitation worker thinks it is only a matter of time before she takes all the stray animals from this area. Suddenly, he stops the people who put the animal food outside the people's houses. He tells them that the cats always gather and cry, and they also stink and poop. He also tells them that it's their fault that there are more cats around. Meanwhile, the old lady is watching them from the window. She is a little bit angry. If the sanitation worker stops the people, she cannot collect all the cats. She also says why he is getting in her way. She again comes to the sanitation worker's home and says that these pets are her and they won't be happy without her. After some time, she comes back to her home. She wears her gloves and says she hates to see them die. Then she kills the dog. She says she hates the cold feeling. Meanwhile, the other pets in the room start barking. She gets offended by them. She tells them to stop barking. After that, she starts hurting herself with a rod. She asks the pets if they hate her. She angrily tells them, then die. The dogs stop barking. Earlier, the people and the old lady tell Daniel and Johan that the old sanitation worker is strange. Meanwhile, the old lady thinks about what she should do as they might be the owners of the dogs. She thinks they seem to believe the old sanitation worker is the culprit. She also feels they will surely open the gate if they go there. She smiles and tells them that she knows the house of the old sanitation worker. After some time, Johan opens the sanitation worker's house door. The old lady smiles as the door is open for her now. In the present at Ghost Catcher, Warrior House, the older man tells them that the main culprit is 202. The older man tells them it's too late as she probably took their dogs and left. Suddenly, Daniel gets a call. The girl tells him that a lady took 2 dogs and ran off. They all are shocked to hear that. She also tells him that one is wearing some clothing. After some time, they return to the street to find the old lady. The boy tells them that he has no idea about that old lady. The girl tells them that she is not a cat mom as she is an animal hoarder. Daniel says thanks to them for this information. Meanwhile, he thinks that he didn't know that animals could be treated like objects. It's no use calling the police. He is worried about how he find the Anu. While roaming the streets, he hopes Johan can see them. On the other side, at the subway, Johan is talking with someone on the phone. He says sorry to someone to call him about something personal. Suddenly, God's dogs come there. The team starts their search for Anu. They see the dog, a retriever, but not Anu. The owner is a guy. Meanwhile, the man thinks about them and who they are. Actually, she is the cat's mom. She thinks these people just appeared out of nowhere and are crowding the whole area. On the other side, The baby girl guides the direction to Daniel. Suddenly, he sees a lady with 2 dogs. He sees them, but the dog is not Anu. The lady gets scared and replies that they are her dogs. After that, Daniel goes again to the 202. He angrily knocks at the door and asks the lady if she has their dogs. He says they were here from the start. Meanwhile, Inu is behind the door. The lady gets irritated and replies, "Don't disturb her, as his dogs are not here." She tells him she and her pets are happy here as she showers them with love. She also tells him to stop trying to take her poor babies away and stop threatening her. Meanwhile, some animals are dead there. She tells Daniel that he is treating her. She has the right to keep her door closed as he can't force her to open it. She also says that the landlord can't kick her out legally either, so he can try to evict her if he can. Suddenly, the sanitation worker comes there and tells him she is again using the law to her advantage. Daniel tells him this is not working, so they need the police. He replies that there is no use in calling the police as he has already called them multiple times. On the other side, the policeman tells Denial that he has gone 202 times and time again. He tells them there is no violation on her to get her out of there, so stop reporting about 202. Daniel tells the policeman that there are animals in her house. He replies that they can't prosecute her under the current laws unless an animal dies at the scene. He also tells him that some parts have been amended, but it doesn't apply to that residence. The old sanitation worker tells Daniel that she saves herself every time by secretly throwing away the dead animals, and they can't kick her out even if she doesn't pay the rent on time. Meanwhile, Daniel tells the policeman that the old lady stole his dogs. The policeman replies that her collecting animals is not the same as killing them. He also tells him that she won't open the door, even to the police, so they can't do anything without evidence. He tells him he heard his dog's voice and is sure his dog is inside her house. The policeman replies that he can call them when he sees it in person, and they can't act on his belief alone. Daniel is shocked and angry as he could hear Inu on the other side of the door. He is worried as the lady treats Inu as an object and takes advantage of the law to mistreat animals while protecting herself. He also tells the lady that she doesn't have the right to take a pet away from its owner. Denial apologizes to the older man and opens the door. The injured and covered with blood animals come out of the house. The old lady is shocked. After that, he calls the police again and tells them that he has a confession as he caused damage to private property. Same time, he is cuddling with Inu as he finally finds him. He asks the policeman if he can do something now. The damage to private property made the police come right away. Johan also comes there. He tells him that it looks like he owes him. He also tells him to visit him in Noan next time. They might be bad guys, but they will pay their debts. He smiles and tells him they never bite their friends as they are god dogs. Daniel is shocked to hear that. He is looking worried to hear about the god dogs and Johan. Who is he? On the other side, the lady was arrested by the police. The house was in terrible shape. There was rubbish and excrement all over the floor, and the rotten pet food was swarming with maggots. Some of the cats covered in excrement had not been treated so long that their eyes had melted into their sockets. These allegations were enough to charge the lady with animal cruelty, and she was fined $500. Meanwhile, the lady is angry and says she is an animal lover. Daniel got the same amount as a penalty for destroying private property. The next day, the lady is sitting in the park. She looks betrayed and angry as they all leave her. She says all the animals are useless and wastes her time on them. On the other side, according to a report by PETA, animal hoarders, like dog addicts, are addicted to animals. The worst thing about it is that the probability of relapsing is close to 100%. Suddenly, a cat comes there. The old lady gets happy, grabs her, and says she will live with her. The people of Animal Care Center tells the garbage man that their organization is taking care of those animals. They will try their best to find them a good home. The boy says sorry to him for misunderstanding. They also appreciates him as he is amazing. He rescued and treating the animals himself. The old Marine was flattered. On the other side, Daniel helps the young girl find her dog. He tells her that they are lucky to find Myro. The girl is with her mom. The girl is shy. Daniel tells her that her dog can't move well yet, but she looks happy. They both are shocked to see Myro like that. After that, the girl thanks him. Daniel is happy because, finally, it is a happy ending. Later, the girl asks her mom about Myro. She lies that Myro is in hospital now, so let's wait and see, and leaves Myro in the garbage. Meanwhile, God Dogs meet the other group in the area, Burn Knuckles. Johan asks Jace if he is the leader. He replies that their leader is not here. He asks him why they are here. Johan angrily replies that he will let him go today as he is happy. He also tells him that he should be bowing to their Eden. The boy gets angry and says he can't bow to that dog. He also tells Johan that Vasco won't allow it, so he has no business here. He replies that his business next time will be him. Then they left. Johan thinks about Daniel when he first met with him. Daniel and Johan are taking a rest after a race. Daniel lost the race. Johan tells him that he thought he would lose, but finally, he wins. Meanwhile, he believes that Daniel reminds him of Zach, or that he is faster than him. Then he asks him how far he has run. Daniel tells him that he can run around 3 miles. Johan is shocked and thinks he is faster than Zach. He also thinks he ran 3 miles and was on even footing with him. He also feels that he does the same as him when he opens the door. He knows that he is copying him. He needs to use all of his energy in a single instant. After that, he tells Jinhyuk that he wants to test this dog's friend's owner. He needs to see if he will be a friend or a foe. The next day, Johan goes to the barber shop for a haircut. Suddenly, he sees that Eden is looking for something in the garbage. He comes near to him and tries to stop him. He tells him if he is trying to get kidnapped again. He tells him he won't be looking for him this time. Suddenly, he saw that there was another dog. He asks Eden if she is his friend. Later, Johan rescued Myro. The next day, Daniel and his mother meet their relatives for Thanksgiving. He is annoyed with the passengers on the bus. He observes that toe socks allow for more ventilation than normal socks. A boy sleeps behind him, and his socks bother him too much. He says he knows he is tired, but he has no manners. Suddenly, he sees a girl sleeping and her head falling out of the seat. His mother is sleeping. He thinks she must have been tired because of everything she had to prepare. He says he has to go like this the whole way. Suddenly, he sees a child, but the child starts crying. He gets irritated with all these things as it's completely chaotic. This is his visit to their hometown. After some time, they come to the coffee shop. Daniel is angry and tells her mom he doesn't like it, and why they must keep going when dad is not even here anymore. He asks her why they have to go there every damn year. She replies don't say that, as her grandma likes him so much. He also asks her why she buys so much food. She replies that if she didn't buy this much, their relatives would look down on him for not having a father. Daniel knows her mother cannot afford the gifts, but she buys them, and her shabby appearance makes him sad. He tells her mother that he doesn't care what they think about him. He is more worried about her clothes. She replied that she liked these clothes, so don't worry about her. He hates it all. At night, they reach the home. A dog named Coco starts barking. That poor guy is always being tied up. Daniel thinks they hear the dog first whenever they come here. After that, they go in and greet his uncles. He has 2 uncles. His uncle asks him if he has done well. He asks him to comment on les vues. Then he tells him that he doesn't study at all. He also tells him that Dylan attends 4 different academies, so he is better off learning a trade. His cousin, Dylan, is the same age as him. Meanwhile, in the corner, her cousin Sarah stops his father from praising Dylan too much. She is Dylan's little sister. Her father calls Dylan to get over here as his aunt and brother come. Meanwhile, Daniel is looking sad. He thinks Dylan is brilliant and has a great sense of fashion. Suddenly, Dylan also comes there. He is the one who is entirely different from him. Dylan asks him if he can play bug. Daniel thinks he has become even cooler. Meanwhile, his other uncle is angry at them as they all are chubby. He tells them they need to go to college like David. While Daniel asks Dylan about David, he replies that he is a college student now. He is going to take a while to get here. David lost so much weight and became really cool after entering college. He is the genius of their families. Suddenly, he also comes there. He also tells them that Coco's not on her leash. Last year, he was chubby. David greets them and tells her mom that he is hungry. Daniel notices that he has become so sophisticated. His uncle says that it is so comforting to have all the men in their household. Meanwhile, Sarah thinks her relatives are crazy. She is still on her phone. After some time, they all sit together and gossip in the other room. Dylan tells them that he does boxing and hits someone on the chin. Meanwhile, Sarah is using her mobile continuously. She is a fan of Daniel Park's other version, as he is fantastic. She thinks she should message him. She has a crush on him since last year. She wishes she could see him in person just once. Then she sees Daniel and gets angry. She says how they are so different when they have the same name. It is like they are completely different species. Meanwhile, Dylan is showing off his skills. Daniel tells him as he says he is transferred to J High, so if he knows about burned knuckles. Daniel is shocked, as he didn't know about it, that he knows about the burned knuckles. Dylan tells him that he has connections everywhere. He also tells him that he is pretty close to their leader. He says he is a member of the crew in his region. Sarah tells them they all are full of crap. Daniel asks him if he knows Vasco. Dylan is surprised to hear about Vasco. He pretends that he knows the leader of Burned Knuckles. He starts searching about it on Google. At the same time, Daniel gets a call from Vasco. He picks up the call and tells Vasco that he is at his uncle's place. Vasco tells him that he is making money to pay his debt. He also tells him he is going to make $10,000. Vasco tells him he has made new friends here, too. They are lonely guys, so he will keep them company, and they are teaching him Muay Thai. Then he asks him about Inu. Daniel replies that he found him. Meanwhile, Daniel thinks that is why they are talking like they are friends. He thinks that it is obvious what is going on as Vasco is the name of the hero of Hero Man Season 1. He imagines that Vasco is chubby. Suddenly, he snatches the mobile from Daniel and starts talking with Vasco. Vasco angrily tells him to take care of Daniel and do some exercise. Dylan is shocked. Later, Daniel tells David that he has become so cool. He thanks him and tells him that he has a good eye. David asks them if they have a girlfriend. He tells them that girls like a clean guy like him. Meanwhile, Daniel thinks that he is so calm and slick, and he goes to Kean University. David tells them it all depends on how they present themselves in front of a girl. He shows them the books. He tells them he will give them examples so see his face. He says it is not that bad, but something has changed when he puts on his glasses. Then he shows them the photo of her girlfriend. He tells them she is the hottest girl in the fashion design course, and she is obsessed with him. They see that he has so many girls as his friends. Suddenly, Daniel tells him that it seems they have not accepted his friend request. He replies that they are just shy. David wants to end the conversation here and tells them they should have dinner. He tells Daniel to go and asks when they are eating. Meanwhile, Daniel thinks that both his cousins are doing well. Daniel comes out of the room and says his relatives are playing poker. Suddenly, Daniel starts thinking about his mom. He says she will be with her aunt, but he sees her aunt watching TV. Then he comes to the kitchen and sees her mother cooking alone. He starts crying and asks his mom why she is cooking alone. She replies that she is okay, so go inside and chill. He sits near her and tells her not to lie, knowing he is the only one working there. He tells her that he will help her. Her mother kicks him off and tells him that men should not be in the kitchen. She tells him that she wants him out of the kitchen. She tells him to go inside and play with other children. After some time, Daniel's mother made a lot of food. His aunt is shocked to see that. She tells him that she should have told her. She feels terrible as she didn't prepare anything. She wants to pay money to her for this as a token of her gratitude. Her mother denies it. His aunt tells her to please take them as they didn't buy anything after all. Meanwhile, Daniel is watching them. He knows that money doesn't even cover the ingredients. Her mother takes this money. He wishes she would wear nicer clothes because people think she is a beggar. He also sees that his aunt is serving food to David fast. He believes she made an excuse that her back is hurt, but now she looks all right. The next day, the smell of pig dung hurt his nose because of the farm here. His uncle is killing the pig. Daniel knows his uncle would always kill a pig whenever the whole family was here. After some time, the meat of the pig is cooked. His uncle asks Daniel what he will do when he grows up. He also tells him to learn a trade as soon as he can. He also tells him that don't look down on farming. Meanwhile, his mother is still cooking pig. Daniel thinks her mother is cooking meat, too. All she does is work when she is here. He is sad and thinks they don't need to be here. Afterward, he eats the pig meat and apologizes to the piggy as his first bite is full of guilt. Later, he finds it delicious. They all are enjoying the dinner. Here, the night falls for him. After some time, the smart Daniel Park goes to his friend Jay for a Thanksgiving party, where Inu also enjoys spending time with other pets. He thanks him for taking care of Inu too. He tells him he didn't think he would stay home during Thanksgiving. Jay tells him that they can have their own part with Inu, a nightfall for his other self, too. The next day, Daniel thinks that since he first saw Coco when he was 7, this has been tied up for 11 years. He says they should let her out during Thanksgiving. After that, he frees the dog. Daniel thinks that Coco could be better compared to Inu. He feels sad whenever he thinks about her only having a few hours of freedom yearly. After that, Daniel visits his grandma with his cousins. He sees the photos of his grandpa and his dad with his uncles on the wall. Her grandma says that her sons are so thin. She misunderstood Daniel and others as her son. Suddenly, his uncle tells the grandma that they are her grandkids. Their grandma offers them some almonds. Daniel takes it and eats it. David and Dylan are shocked to see that and tell him that grandma eats the almond candy and then spits out the almond in the other jar because she cannot bite it. Then their grandmother tells them to bow. They bow in front of Coco. After that, David tells them they have money to explore the city. They ask Sarah if she wants to go, but she refuses. They are happy that they come to the town. David shows them the places where he spent his youth. He also tells them that this place used to be his turf. Meanwhile, Dylan covered his face with a hoodie. Daniel asks him if he can see ahead if he is sick. He replies that no, it's his swag. David tells them that he used to be wild back then. If he hadn't gone to college so far away, he would be wilder now. Suddenly, the guys who bullied David earlier also came there. He hides himself so he can avoid them. He thinks that he should stay out of their sight. After that, the boys left as they didn't recognize him. Suddenly, Dylan tells David to see the clothing store. There is a pretty girl outside the store. She says she is pretty. David is shocked to see her as she is Violet Yoon, his first love. He used to glance at her for 6 years, and she never even knew who he was. Suddenly, Dylan asks him to show him how to get her number. Meanwhile, David is excited to see this. Dylan also tells him that he said he could get a girl's number, so he wants to see it. He replies he can do that as it's so easy. Daniel is looking surprised. David tells them now he will show them a player Park's technique. He is worried about how he can do that. He motivates himself and says he is young and can do that easily. He is changed. At the same time, both Daniel and David are watching him. David says he should do the same as his teacher teaches him, a professional pickup artist, Rose G. Actually, David is doing the course. DVDs, books, and lectures made him reborn from these lessons. He says there is no need to feel nervous. He has even had 3 lessons with his teacher in real life, so he needs to do as he did. After that, he comes near to her. Violet is looking surprised. Meanwhile, Daniel and Dylan are excited to see him as he talks to the girl. Violet welcomes him because she thinks he is a customer who wants to buy some clothes. Meanwhile, David says he should calm down and do the same as he was taught. Rose G taught them lesson 4 of getting the number of store employees. According to his lessons, someone should use their products and then casually initiate conversation. David does the same. He selects the shirts and shouts that he thinks this shirt will suit him. She smiles and tells him that it's a ladies' clothing store. He replies that he thinks it suits him. She tells him this is the women's clothing store. David tells her that he was so disrespectful. He actually came to buy some women's clothing. He apologizes to her and takes his money from the bag as he was taught to show her his money when in doubt. He does the same. Violet tells him, so he wants her to pick something for him. Meanwhile, David is happy that he did it, and now he has registered for the VIP course from Rose G. At the same time, Violet is smiling continuously. David gets it wrong and thinks she likes him. Violet is just thinking about the money. He believes he cleared step 1. Now, he should move to step 2 to win her heart. Violet takes a shirt and tells him that floral prints are now very in. He takes the shirt from her and says, it's a flower for a flower. He also tells her that he will supply the money, and she will provide the aroma. Violet gets angry, but she doesn't react too much. While David thinks that she should not be shy as women are naturally drawn to confident men. She comes to the counter and tells him that it means he likes the shirt, so she will pick him up a few more. While David thinks she wants to be with him even longer, he moves to the step 3, which is continuing the assault. On the other hand, Daniel and Dylan think it must be going well as they are still talking. Violet gives him many clothes in the store and asks him to pay money. Suddenly, David takes out his mobile phone and tells her he wants a color she doesn't have here. So should she share her number? It's the last step to get the number. She gives him her number. Meanwhile, David is looking curious. She gives him her number. After that, she tells him to text her, and then she will talk to him once it's available. David is so happy and thinks he will marry her in the future as she gives him her number. He thanks his master. On the other hand, Dylan and Daniel come to the net cafe, where Dylan is playing a game. Daniel tells him that he thinks they should not leave Daniel there alone. He replies that it is going well, so they need to give him space. At the same time, Dylan wins the game against the other boy in the cafe. The boy tells him that he is a cheater. Dylan gets angry. Daniel tells him not to fight with them. He replies they need to be taught a lesson. Otherwise, they will run wild. Daniel thinks that Dylan is so cool and different from him. He tells Dylan that then he is shopping outside. He defeats him so often that the boy gets mad and calls his gang. They took all his money. The boy tells him that it seems he is not from around here. Dylan replies with yes. Later, he says sorry to them and thinks that they all get his pocket money. One of the boys starts beating him up. Suddenly, he sees Daniel. He thinks he also doesn't look like he is from around here. The boy asks Dylan why they both look the same. Meanwhile, Daniel is looking for Dylan. The boy tells Dylan to go and get him. After that, Dylan comes near to him and tells him the boys want him to go too. After some time, they both stand in front of the guy. The guy asks them if they are twins or something. Daniel is thinking about why he is here. He sees that Dylan is also very scared and quiet. He believes anyone would be scared, but he is not frightened. The guy is from the Anchovy gang. He tells Dylan that he looks rich because he wears expensive clothes, so he should share his money with them. He also tells them that they are going through some tough times. Suddenly, Dylan runs away from there. Daniel is shocked to see him. The gang makes fun of him as his brother abandons him. Meanwhile, Daniel thinks that it is good that he runs away. He knows how he feels, so go on. After that, the boy snatches Daniel's wallet. He tells them that this is his pocket money. He replies, "Don't feel sad," as he is just covering for his twin. This is all the money Daniel got today. Suddenly, the guy sees cash in his hand. He angrily tells him to hand over it to them. Daniel tells them that they have already had his money. Just let him keep this, as he has to go home. They disagreed and wanted this money, too. At the same time, Daniel thinks that his mother is giving him this money to his other version earlier and tells him not to hit or bully his son. The guy holds him from his hair and starts beating him up. Suddenly, Daniel sides his hand with anger. He tells him that he will not get this one. The guy is going to punch him. On the other side, Dylan and David are coming to help Daniel. They reach the place where the incident happened. The guy comes near to David and asks him how old he is. They laugh at him as if they are triplets. David tells Dylan and Daniel to wait outside. Then he angrily tells the guy that it looks like the words won't work on them. But at the same time, he is scared of them. Daniel doesn't want to leave him alone, but Dylan is pushing him and tells him to go from there. The guy asks David if he wants to go one-on-one. David sees that Daniel and Dylan left. Later, he tells the guys that assault is bad. If he presses charges, they are in big trouble. Conversely, Daniel and Dylan are waiting for David and are curious if he is okay. After some time, the Anchovy gang comes out from there. They are passing from the street. They have David's all money. They both are shocked to see this. They run towards David to see if he is okay. David is standing with the wall. He tells them he is fine and teaches them a lesson. But they can see that David has a hand mark on his face. David tells them that it turns out they knew an underclassman of his, and they were good kids. They both get sad. Suddenly, Dylan tells David that he is fantastic. He thanks him and tells him he knows he can do that. Daniel also tells him that he is cool. He thinks that David and Dylan are cool. They again come to the market. David tells them he wants to propose to Violet. He smiles and tells them that she is his now. He also tells them to call her their sister-in-law from now on. He tells them they guys have to do something for him. David also tells them that he will go back and surprise her. Then, he would melt her heart with his masterful use of words. After that, he proposes to her. Then they have to throw confetti. After that, he does a French kiss. He tells them that it's from Lecture 5 of the Essential Pickup series. Daniel is shocked to hear that. Afterward, David comes back to the store. Violet is shocked to see him. He tells her that he is here to pay for the one he looked at earlier and that he has to go on a business trip suddenly. She thinks that he should pay and then leave as soon as possible. She is picking up a dress. David stops her and asks her if she wants to say something. Instantly, he kneels before her with a bouquet and asks if she will be his fiancée. Violet is shocked. Dylan and Daniel are surprised to see their brother like this. Daniel thinks that he jumped up to stage 3 in an instant and thinks that it's time for confetti. Suddenly, Violet's boyfriend comes there. He pulls his hair. David is scared of him. Meanwhile, Dylan and Daniel also worry about seeing David in a problem. Daniel knows that he wants them to help him now. Suddenly, another big boy comes there and asks them what they are doing here. On the other side, Violet's boyfriend asks her if she is cheating. Meanwhile, he is still pulling David's hair. She tells her boyfriend that David is harassing her. David guesses that boy may be the jock at their school. Violet also tells him that this boy came here for the clothes, but he didn't buy any clothes. Instead, he keeps rambling about weird stuff. Her boyfriend pushes him near to him and angrily asks him what he is doing to his girlfriend. He also tells him to buy clothes and then go away. Later, she bills his stuff and tells him that his total is $200. David is going to buy clothes, but suddenly, he notices he does not have his wallet. He remembers that his money was stolen by the robbers earlier. Violet's fiancé gets angry because he thinks David has no money. Suddenly, Dylan comes and tells David that he dropped his wallet. David knows that Dylan tries to help him because it's his wallet. Violet's fiancé and his friends let them go and bring back David's stolen money. He also tells them that Usain Bolt wins because he runs to the end, so they should go to the end too. Later, they head towards their home on the bus. On the way, they don't talk with each other, but they all share the same feelings. Daniel feels that they are one big family. On the other side, at home, Daniel's uncle and aunts ask his mother how she raised his son without a father. They are worried about Daniel. They ask his mother how she can support him as a single parent, as college fees are high nowadays. It won't be easy without his dad. His uncle tells her they sold pigs and barely sent David to college. Another uncle also tells her mother that it's hard enough to send them to college with dual incomes. His aunt asks her mother if Daniel will be able to grow up without his father. Suddenly, they all come back home. David starts eating as he is hungry, while Dylan tells his father he wants to attend rap school. Sarah is also there and tells her father that if he goes to rap school, then buy her a concert ticket. Daniel is worried to see his mom as she is quiet. Her mother is thinking about what his uncles said to her earlier. Meanwhile, Daniel gives his grandmother her favorite snacks. His relatives are surprised. His grandmother gets happy as he buys snacks for her. Daniel tells her that he is her grandson. She tells him she has 3 sons, but he is the only one who turns out well. His uncle is shocked to hear that. They feel jealous. Daniel's mother is also surprised. His uncles get mad. Daniel is also looking confused. Later, his mother gets happy. After that, Dylan's mother says her son is also suitable as he bought clothes for her. She tells him that he bought clothes for her again. He is grown up now that he is in college. David and Dylan know the truth about buying the clothes. She also says that it looks like their firstborn is a great son. She starts sneering at Daniel's mother. His aunt offers his mother to get one of the clothes. She refuses. Daniel's aunt tells her that her sleeves are completely worn. Of course, she is not fine. Daniel is sad. She says she likes her dress as Daniel bought it for her with his own money. Daniel is shocked, as it was long ago when he bought that dress from a department store. She has worn this dress many times. Her mother happily tells them that her son bought it for her at the department store, and it's costly. Daniel is sad. He remembers that her mother does so many things for everyone. He starts crying. After some time, they are all in bed. Now, Daniel doesn't want to go back. He knows that they are all awake, but they pretend to sleep. All night, David kills the mosquitoes for them so they will not wake up and have a good sleep. David's quiet clapping lulled them to bed. Daniel is returning home with his mother. He tells her mother that he will buy her new clothes, so why is she always wearing them? She replies that she loves the material of this one. Meanwhile, his mother is feeding him. He asks her why they have to come here every year. She works there, so they should not go to their hometown, as the father is not even here. He tells her he hates seeing her work. She explains to him that her mom was the only child, so he has no family on her side. His only relatives are his father's side relatives. She also tells him that he will need guests for his wedding after all. Her mother tells him that his father is not here anymore, and if his relatives don't come either, the people will look down on him. Daniel learns that he thinks she works hard daily like an idiot, but it is all for him. His mother smiles and tells him that she is not tired at all. He thanks her mom. On the other side, Vasco is paying Sionong. He tells him that the only potato high in the country is here and thanks for waiting. He gives Sionong his $10,000. He also tells him that he worked without sleeping so he could pay him back as soon as possible. But Sionong vows to return the money to Vasco. He thinks he should have told him the truth there and returned it. But he was too scared that he would kill him and didn't say anything. Sionong comes back to Seoul Station. He says this is where he might lose everything if he doesn't stay vigilant. He doesn't want to come back, but he did it. He sees the people and thinks hip-hop is the latest craze there, so he should wear something nice. While people think he is a gangster. Meanwhile, he wishes they wouldn't look down on him. He says he must return this money. After that, he comes to J-High, where Vasco lives. He finds it just like his city. He never thought he would bring 10,000, but his clothes did not cost $10,000. There is blood on the bag too. He thinks he jumped someone to make this money. He decides that he will return the money and beg for forgiveness. Vasco doesn't kill him if he is honest. On the other side, Brekdak is distributing the flyers. He is a foreigner, and no one is taking the flyers from him. Suddenly, his boss comes there and yells at him, telling him he needs to do his work correctly. He angrily tells him to speak formally, as Korea is a polite country. Suddenly, Sionong comes there and tells the boss to act his age. He also tells him that he should not be racist and he can't forgive anyone for looking down on someone based on the region. The boss gets scared. After that, Brekdak comes near to Sionong and thanks him. He tells him he thought he was not going to be paid. He replies that he should not take it, so be a man. Brekdak tells him he has a lot of debt and his family is in Thailand. His family is waiting for his money, so pride is not essential. Then he kneels and gives him precious Moncall as a gift. He says now he is his friend, so take his precious Moncall. Sionong is surprised and tells him that he can't take it. He asks him why he is kneeling, but later he takes it as Brekdak forces him too much. Suddenly, Leon comes there and thinks Sionong is harassing the foreigner. She also tells him that it seems he is from Note World. She angrily asks him how he can harass a foreign worker. Leon also tells him that he is really the lowest of the low. Sionong says he was helping him. He tells him to call him a foreign worker is also worse. He thinks he should not fight with him since he is that guy's junior. Suddenly, a man from the first floor throws an object. It will hurt Leon, but Sionong saves him from falling objects. He pushed him away, but Leon thinks he is attacking him. Sionong shows him the brick and tells her it will hit him if he does not push him away. Suddenly, he knows that they misunderstand him. Leon tells Brekdak to run away. If the police catch him, they will deport him. Meanwhile, Brekdak knows the truth. He tells them that he is coming here to return money to Vasco. Leon gets shocked. Sionong again tells her that he is here to pay him back. Leon asks him what Vasco did with him, so he comes to pay him back. He thinks he is challenging Vasco, and he might be stupid. She tells him that Vasco is her leader. She is ready to fight. Sionong gets irritated as Leon thinks he came here to fight. He also says he might have yet to learn about the Vasco suspicious money bag he gave him. Suddenly, more men are coming there. Leon tells his group that he is coming here to fight with Vasco. Sionong is shocked and thinks he needs to clear up the misunderstanding. He also feels that if he tells them he gets tremendous money for his clothes from Vasco, they will know he tricked him. They might kill him if they find out this. He runs away. They are all chasing him. He hides himself in the parking lot. Sionong is worried and thinks about why they are chasing him. He just came here to return the money. He thinks he needs to find Vasco as soon as possible. He will return the money and leave this hellhole. He thinks he should add some interest, so they hit him less. Suddenly, he notices that all his money is lost. He is so much worried as money is gone. He comes out of the street and asks people individually if they have seen his $10,000 money bag. Meanwhile, people misunderstood him as a gangster who was robbing a pedestrian. He is so much worried as he needs the money if he wants to pay Vasco. This way, they will keep thinking he came here for revenge. He thinks he should call the police but realizes that he also lied. Suddenly, a foreigner comes and tells him he saw the money bag. Seonong gets happy and asks him where he saw it. The foreigner tells him Brekdak took it and ran off after pocketing it. Seonong remembers that he said to him that he was in debt, so he would use that money to pay off his debt. Seonong wants that money back at any cost. It's Vasco's money, so he needs to get it back. Suddenly, Vasco's people come there. They think he is again threatening the foreigner. Seonong gets mad to see them again. At the same time, he sees that an accident will happen with the child. He instantly ran and held the child to save him from the accident, and then ran away. They all think that he kidnapped the child. Jae is also watching this. Seonong drops the child safely. The boys are chasing him. Jae is also with them. He remembers that he is the beggar from before. He even gives him a potato. Seonong thinks he cannot run away because he is helping this kid. He says he is going to focus on running away. While running away, he helps a poor man by pushing his luggage trolley. On his way, he saves a lady's purse from a snatcher. On the other side, Brekdak calls someone and tells him that he will pay his debt. On the other side, Seonong is running away. He thinks about why all this is happening to him, as he just came here to return the money. He says that Vasco is amazing as he is the boss of so many people. Jace also finds out that the man is here to kill Vasco. He is also informed that the freshmen are chasing him right now. The smart Daniel is also watching them. He says that the Burn Knuckles are as energetic as usual. He is curious about how Vasco is being targeted. After that, he tells Vasco that Burn Knuckles is chasing a man who has come here to kill him. On the other side, Seonong hides in a building bathroom. Meanwhile, he thinks that only one boy has come here to find him, so he should knock him out. The man comes near to the window. The freshman thinks that he might jump from there, but it's the 5th floor. Suddenly, his hand slipped and was going to fall. But Seonong comes there on time and saves him. He holds him by his neck. The freshman starts shouting to save him. Seonong tells him to calm down as he saves him. Meanwhile, Burn Knuckles also comes there. They think Seonong again hostage their fellow. Seonong gets mad as they again think he is a kidnapper. He is so pissed off. He angrily tells them to stay away from him. Otherwise, he will throw their friend. The boy had already fainted. They all are shocked. Seonong is worried and thinks he has to live as he has to go back to Sumi. He throws the man towards his group and then jumps from the window. He falls on the tent and saves himself. They all think he is still alive, but he must be a super criminal. After some time, he is shirtless and roaming the street. He comes to Brekdak's boss. The boss tells him that he quit. He also tells him that he doesn't know his number as he has just been working here for one day. He says that the foreigner disappeared with his money. If he is caught now, there is no way he can prove that he is innocent. He says he should get back the money first. Suddenly, a flyer comes into his hand. It is about if he needs money urgently. He reads this and says he is the one they are looking for. After that, he walks into the loan office. The employee is scared to see him. Seonong tells him that he is coming here to get some money. Suddenly, the gangsters are coming to the bank. Their boss asks Seonong why he is coming here and who he is. He thinks that this man is also in the same business as he looks like a loan shark. Seonong tells him that he wants to lend money. Meanwhile, the other man thinks that maybe this man is trying to initiate something to attack them. Seonong also believes that is why there are so many people here. He thinks that a new organization must be after their territory. Suddenly, Seonong hears the voice that comes from the room. Someone is yelling and saying that he says he would pay back, and he can't pay $1,000 because his debt is $10,000. If he didn't like it, he returned to his country. Seonong recognizes that this is Brekdak's voice. Meanwhile, inside the room, Brekdak requests that the manager give him more time. He will work hard and pay his debt. Suddenly, Seonong opens the door and angrily tells Brekdak to hand over his money. Brekdak tells him that it's a misunderstanding. He gives him back as he holds on to it to give to him. Seonong is happy as he recovers Vasco's money bag. He tells Sumi that he is coming back. Suddenly, the gangster comes in and tells Seonong that he can't let him steal their customers' money. He must be from a rival group. He also tells them that foreigner has money after all. But he is not paying them even if he has the money. He angrily tells Seonong that give them money and go away. Meanwhile, he thinks that Seonong is trying to challenge them outright. He replies that this is his money. Suddenly, Burn Knuckles comes there, too. Both sides mistake Seonong for being on the other side. Jace tells Seonong that he was with a group after all. It's bigger than he expected. He also thinks that these guys are gangsters and are going after Vasco. The gangster also says that he is not alone. Now, he wants to be sure that he will never walk again. One of his subordinates says that he heard some babies were trying their hand at their business. The other one thinks that they may be god dogs. Meanwhile, Seonong thinks they are all together to catch him. The gangster tells him that he is pretty brave to intrude on their base like this, so he speaks for himself. Suddenly, one man runs towards Seonong to beat him, but he punches him back. He tells him that he won't let him get his money back. He asks him if he is okay, and he goes easy on him. He believes that he really can't afford to lose this money. The other man is going to hit him with the stick from the back. But Brekdak comes on time. He kicks the man away and saves Seonong. The gangsters are shocked to see this. After that, Brekdak asks Seonong if he is okay. He tells him that he admits that the money tempted him, but he saw his good deeds. He was ashamed, so he decided not to use the money. He kept it so he could return it to him. Meanwhile, Burn Knuckles is also watching them. Jace says it means they are not on the same side. Seonong tells him he has a family and can't afford to fight with them. Brekdak wears his Mongol and tells him that he keeps his precious Mongkol with him. He is ready to fight with them. He says a good friend told him to be a man. Suddenly, Leon says that she knows this guy. He is the Muay Thai champion, King Brekdak. They are all shocked to see him, as he has had 128 fights and has won all of them. He is Thailand's pride and joy. He retired after accidentally killing his opponent. They never thought he would be here. Suddenly, someone comes there and tells Jace that he says someone is after him. He is Vasco. Jace asks him how he finds them. He replied that he was not picking up, so he used telepathy. The leader of the gangster is scared to see him. Vasco is surprised to see Brekdak there. They both know each other. They work together, and he is also his Muay Thai. After that, Seonong comes to Vasco and tells him he is coming here to return his money. He tells him that they all misunderstand him and are chasing him. Vasco thanks him. He takes the money, gives it to the loan shark, and pays the Brekdak's debt. They are shocked to see this. The loan shark tells him to pay for damages to the office and the treatment of their men. Vasco angrily tells him to stay away from Brekdak. He replies that it's fine for him, too. After that, Brekdak tells Vasco that he can't accept this as it is too much for him. He replies that a master and a student are one, and his debt is his. They both hug each other. Meanwhile, Seonong thinks that it's not like $10,000 is a small amount of money, and Vasco pays the debt Brekdak instantly. He smiles and says so. This is the friendship. This place is not so bad after all. Suddenly, the gangster gets mad at them and tells them he is getting sick of this. This is not a school, so get away. Seonong, discovering Brekdak has thousands of Mongols. He is shocked to see that and asks if it is precious.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more.